Alright, so I just came back from the Future Shop. The Future Shop is like Best Buy. They bought out each other. Best Buy bought Future Shop. It's an electronics store. We have cameras, TVs, record players, whatever the hell, anything to do with electronics and high-tech and whatever the bullshit is, that's the place to go, is the Future Shop. And I spoke to a very nice guy there, a very nice sales guy. This guy was very, very knowledgeable. He knows nothing about electronics. Anything else, he's very, very knowledgeable. He talked about movies, talked about education, talked about politics. He knows everything about that stuff. Cameras, knows nothing about cameras, don't even talk about cameras, the TV, nothing. Anything else but electronics, that's the guy to talk to, and that's the guy that I spoke to try to get a new camera. Because the camera I have here, this Olympus camera, and I always buy Olympus, is out of sync. It doesn't look like out of sync. It doesn't look like my lips when I'm talking, it looks like this. So this is what I'm trying to say. Doesn't it look like that? It looks like I'm saying... So I just came back from Best Buy, and to me, that's the way it looks. So I went to get a new camera, and I'm seeing so many different cameras. There, how can I help you? I said, my camera's out of sync. I need to have a camera that's in sync. Oh, I got the camera right here. I said, terrific. He said, now how do I push the button? He's asking me, do I push it here? Do I turn this over here? How to pick the sound over there? I had to show him how to work the camera. And finally, when I showed him, look, you push it. No, this camera doesn't have any memory. There's no memory in this camera. I said, here's the memory. Oh, there's the memory over there. I said, I got to right after him with the memory in the camera. I said, well, the memory's full. You can't use it. I said, you push this button here. He erases all the memory there. Oh, you can push the button there. I should have told him. I told him 10 cameras and 4 TVs and 5 VCRs. That's what the hell's going on. So I had to show him. So he said, I finally figured out, okay, you push this button, that button, this button. Now we're going to record. I said, I want to see if this camera, if it's a Samsung or Sony. I said, I want to see if this camera's okay. We're going to see if it's in sync. If your lips match what you're saying. I said, fine. So he went to record me, and I'm talking. I said, here I am at the Future Shop, and I'm trying to see if this camera's in sync. I want to see if this camera works. I want to see what's going on, how the sound is. Great. I said, now let me play it back. He plays it back. I can't hear it. I said, I can't hear anything. He said, well, we got to fix the sound. Where's the sound? I said, push the sound button. Well, where's the sound? I can't find the sound. Couldn't find the sound. I said, well, here. I hear a little bit of sound. Sure, it's great. If I put the camera to my ear, I can hear it, but I can't see it. So I got two. I can look at it. It looks like a silent movie with subtitles, or I can put it to my ear, and I can hear it beautiful. Can't see my lips. I don't have an eyes in my ear to see it. He said, well, we're going to go into the room. We're going to the tech room. We're going to the tech room. We'll hear it there because there's a lot of music here. People are walking. I said, fine, we'll go in the tech room. We go into the tech room. They got an air conditioner running, a motor running. The motor was so loud in that room that you think a plane's there. I thought it was at the airport. That's how loud. I said, I can't. I need to turn up the sound. How do you ask me? How do you turn up the sound on this camera? Couldn't figure out how to. I said, I'd like to buy a camera that's in sync. That's all I want to do. He said, well, we have this camera over here, this camera over here. I said, what's the matter with this camera? I said, what's the difference between my camera and this camera over here? Let's see, what's the difference here? Well, yours is a 130, this camera's a 120. I said, great, that's the model number. Other than that, what is the difference? Well, it seems like the difference is yours is black and this one is charcoal gray. That's the difference. I need a camera that's in sync. And if you want to go to the Future Shop, they have cameras and VCRs and DVD. The best electronics in the world, and a great guy. Knows nothing about electronics. If you want to talk about politics, you go to Best Buy. They have a great lecture on politics and education. It's the sales guy that I spoke to. Oh, and then he says, when I'm talking about cameras, he says, you're the guy from TV, right? I said, yeah. He says, you're David Bronstein. I said, oh, very nice. Remember my name? Of course, I can remember you, David. You're on TV with the girls, the jokes. I love your show. I said, it's very, very nice if you remember me. I'm thinking, here's this guy at the Future Shop. He remembers David Bronstein, can't remember how to work a camera. Is this the craziest thing in the world? I think I should make this guy my agent. Because he remembers who I am. My agent doesn't know who the hell I am. My agent doesn't know who I am, doesn't know what my phone number is. This guy knows who I am. My agent could work every possible camera in the world. My agent should work at Best Buy and Future Shop, and this guy should work for me.